He found a parcel full of valuables after the death of his mother. Welcome to USA Stories channel. Do not forget to subscribe and activate the bell button to receive all new updates. Now let's go to the story. After a valiant fight with Huntington's disease, Justin was devastated and bewildered when his mother died in 2014. While Justin was left to pick up the pieces of his mother's life and find sentimental mementos of their time together, his mother was at last at rest. Justin found artifacts from his mother's background during this period. His mother was so much more than people realized, and these objects will soon show him a side of her that he had never known existed. One of the most steadfast allies, according to Justin, was his mother. She constantly encouraged him in school and helped him with all he did. She was his best buddy as well. It's hard for most adult children to understand the significance of a mother until she's gone. Frequently, when kids go through their parents' stuff, they discover something quite different. It provides access to a person's hidden existence, a part of them that frequently the family was unaware of. Justin will soon come to understand that his mother was much more than that. In a social media post, Justin disclosed that he had always known his mother was battling her illness, but she never allowed it to overcome her. She never shown indications of weakness, but Justin never considered her physically fit. My mom started developing symptoms from Huntington's disease around the time I was born, so I never really knew the person she was when she was healthy, Justin said. Justin began to ponder what his mother would have been like before to his birth. One type of genetic abnormality that has been handed down via family members is Huntington's disease. It can directly affect the neurological system and destroy brain cells. Movement and personality may suffer as a result. As time passes, the symptoms only worsen. Justin's mother, aunt, and grandpa all had Huntington's disease. Therefore, the condition has always been a part of his life. Justin began to question whether he may eventually exhibit symptoms of the genetic abnormality. Fortunately, Justin showed no symptoms of the genetic abnormality at all after being diagnosed at the age of 18. Though that didn't make things any better, he felt as though he had avoided a bullet. He detested witnessing his mother's suffering. Justin started sorting through his mother's possessions in the weeks after her passing. Although he knew it was time, he had ducked it because he didn't want to acknowledge that she was truly gone. He so spent a weekend cataloging her belongings, which turned out to be more sentimental than he had anticipated. Justin discovered an enigmatic package among her possessions at this period. Justin had never seen the package before, and it included a wealth of information that might provide fresh insight into his mother's background. Cheryl's keepsakes was inscribed on the exterior of a big brown envelope. Justin's hands trembled with excitement, and he was amazed by what he discovered within. On social media, he said, "It was like getting to know my mother for the first time." Justin discovered nostalgic objects his mother had gathered inside the mail. They included letters from her sister's trips and a number of photos. Even old-school reports were discovered by him. Justin was unable to contain his tears as he saw the treasure trove of unique objects. Justin was taken aback to discover an old photo of his mother in her younger years. She looked so lively and joyful that it seemed to be from a school dance. Justin was excited to show his family and friends the photo, which he had never seen before. Justin claims that his mother dated a boy in high school who was the young man in the prom picture. She didn't care that he was the sole Asian young guy at the school. "She took a lot of crap for dating him," he stated in his letter. "He was Japanese and there was still anti-Japanese sentiment from my grandparents' generation." Cheryl, Justin's mother, resisted giving in to peer pressure, despite the disapproval of her parents and peers. However, Justin disclosed that she continued to date him. Who was to blame? He might look great in a suit. The parcel also contained senior pictures of Justin's mother. Justin was thrilled to find his mother looking better than he had ever seen her, both physically and aesthetically. He wished that he had known her in those days. Additionally, Justin discovered a stunning black and white picture of his grandma. It was a unique experience for him to see his grandma appearing so young in the picture, which he had never seen before. He knew she was the source of his mother's good looks. Justin was still going through the envelope when he came across a tale titled, "My Favorite Pet." which his mother had written when he was in 3rd grade. It was a humorous little story about Skipper, an adoptive dog. Her devotion for her beloved dog was detailed in the article. He would somersault and jump over young trees in the spring. He used to sprint and dive nose first into the snow throughout the winter. Sadly, Skipper's life would end tragically. Sadly, Cheryl's dog fractured his leg, as she revealed in her tale. She could only see a few feet because of how dense the fog was. A vehicle struck Skipper as he was laying in the road, shattering his leg. He was unable to rise. At that moment, a second vehicle sped past his head. We had to end his suffering by shooting him. What a nice conclusion. Additionally, Justin discovered a previous school record that showed his mother was a really decent student. One letter from one of her professors, though, caught his attention. Cheryl's attitude is not as good as it was. Over the last 4 to 6 weeks, she has slid. She seemed to be deeply distressed over something. Justin noticed that the date on the school report coincided with his grandfather's Huntington's illness diagnosis. His mother went through a really distressing period as a result. It made natural, therefore, that his mother was struggling academically. Justin claims that his grandfather was unable to cope with his diagnosis or the associated anguish. He drank daily as a self-medication for his rage and mental instability. As the illness worsened, Justin said, he became more aggressive and irate. It appears to have begun to manifest in school. A message from one of his mother's closest high school pals was also enclosed in the mail. Sandy seems to have attended a different school and was dissatisfied with the number of lads available for dating. "I'm stuck with Kevin," she grumbled, "but I wouldn't mind. I adore him. He's also really kind and adorable. Nothing major." Additionally, Justin found old handcrafted birthday cards for his mom. Sandy, Kay, and Tina appeared to have been her 3 closest school buddies. They were also quite talented artists. The remainder of the package contained information from Karen, Cheryl's sister, on her 1970s trips around Europe. Through a combination of postcards and letters, Karen shared her difficulties understanding the train timetables and overcoming the language barrier. A book of memories from the class of 1973 was also discovered among his mother's possessions. This paper disclosed that Cheryl had a desire to travel and had visited places including the Sierras, the Rockies, and Hawaii. She enjoyed skiing as well. According to the book, his mother had a job in construction after graduating from high school. Despite her illness, Justin respected his mother's work ethic. "My mother was one of the first women to join the Indiana Drafters Union while working as a drafter for a major construction business. Because of the men's extreme hostility against her, she resigned and relocated to California. The last thing in the mail was a bright paper bouquet he had made in kindergarten as a present to his mother when he was younger. A message asking, 'Now where's my bike?' was sent with the gift." It would be an understatement to say that Justin was filled with emotion. He had needed to find these things in order to find closure. In summary, Justin said that although he was glad to have closure after going through his mother's possessions, he wishes he had known her better. "I really wish I had gotten to know her before she started getting sick," he stated. "But seeing this part of her life has at least let me see a bit of the person she was." Justin was at least able to find some serenity and overcome the suffering. Please remember to subscribe to our channel, give us a thumbs up, and turn on the notification bell so you won't miss any of our videos. If you enjoyed the tale, the next video that plays on your screen will probably move you too.